This is Cheryl Burke, and no shade whatsoever, but I didn't know much about her, except that she was on Dancing with the Stars for a very long time. 26 seasons and 17 years to be exact. I've never watched the show. Currently, Cheryl is trending because people say she looks drastically different than she did before. And Cheryl is making the rounds. She's doing interviews about this, posting on social media that it's about her makeup. This is her Cheryl before, and this is her after makeup. She denies doing any procedures and doesn't understand why people are talking about this. So, of course, the internet is relentless and they're like, I'm not buying it. While I do see a difference and I do speak about veneers, I think this is an entirely different issue. This is a classic case of a celebrity that's oversharing, and she gives beauty tips while she's chatting about her life. But going down a rabbit hole, I realized Cheryl's not over the idea of her marriage, and she's not over her career with Dancing with the Stars because they kind of did her dirty. She started in 2006 when she was just 21 years old, and I think she wanted to ultimately become a judge, which ABC said no thanks. So she decided to leave the show. I mean, she gave them her best years from 21 to 38 years old. And at the same time, she was going through a divorce with Matthew Lawrence. Matthew and his brothers were child actors. We're talking peak 1990s. His brother, Joey Lawrence, used to be the man. He was on the show Blossom and would always say, whoa. Early on, when she was about 22 years old, Joey was on Dancing with the Stars. Through Joey, she met Matthew, and they began to date for a bit. After a year or so, they break up. Almost a decade later, they get back together. And the entire time, she's sharing all of the details. Shortly after getting back together, they become engaged. About a year later, they get married. They get a dog, and all of the Dancing with the Stars viewers are very happy for the two. But sadly, not even 3 years into their marriage, Cheryl files for divorce. Not long after, Matthew is linked to Chili. If you don't know who Chili is from TLC, who are you? Did this relationship overlap with his marriage? Unclear, but all I know is these two are still together. There's a custody battle over their dog. Cheryl gets full custody. And during all of this, Cheryl leaves Dancing with the Stars. You see, that's a lot of change. She starts a podcast about dating. And again, I didn't really keep up with her story, but every time she popped up on my For You page, she was sad about her marriage. This is sort of her MO. She talks about her life. She has a couple of books. In her autobiography, she touches a bit about her childhood. Her parents divorced when she was very young. Her father moved away. She stayed with her mother, who she's very close to. Her mother remarried. She's got siblings, and she formed a very strong bond with her stepdad. Sadly, she talks about how she was essayed as a child. She had to testify against the man. Clearly, she shares her life with her fans, but now she shares her beauty tips, and I think this is why people are so critical about her change in appearance. She gives interviews where she denies having plastic surgery or taking any GLP medication. She said she was shocked that so many women left comments about her appearance. But there is something different. I just think if she took a moment to step back and recalibrate, she could come back happy and healthier than ever. What do you guys think? Am I missing something by not watching Dancing with the Stars?